What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is your boy Will from Will's Wrestling Corner, back at it again with a brand new video and a brand new predictions video as well. That's right, it is around that time. We are 7 days away from night one of WrestleMania 41, and it appears that the entire card, maybe minus one, is now confirmed. We also know what matches are taking place on night one, what matches are taking place on night two. So I figured right now, especially considering the fact that our WrestleMania 2K25 simulation with Tino's time is tomorrow night as well, that we would go ahead and do our WrestleMania 41 official predictions. Now, this could be probably the longest predictions video on my channel because there is so much to talk about. So, ladies and gentlemen, obviously these predictions as well are also not going to match your opinions. These are obviously just based on my opinion. I'd love to hear yours. Let me know your predictions for WrestleMania 41 down in the comments below. I'd very much love to see who you guys think is going to win each and every single match and why. But ladies and gentlemen, as well, if you are new here, be sure to leave a like, be sure to subscribe, be sure to turn post notifications on so that way you never miss an upload. And without further ado, because I feel like we are going to be here a while, let's get right in on the predictions. Obviously, we're going to start off with night one, which will take place a week from now on April 19th. 7 matches confirmed for night one, as we have first, for the WWE Women's Championship, we have Tiffany Stratton defending against the 2025 Women's Royal Rumble winner, Charlotte Flair. Now, the build to this match was lacking in the beginning, but in recent weeks, it's almost like they were trying to make this storyline very, very personal, especially after the whole unscripted promo where they brought up Charlotte Flair's divorces and brought up Ludwig Kaiser. We talked about that promo in full recently. You can go and check that video out. But this match is a little bit iffy because there is a case that either one of these wrestlers could win. They could have Charlotte Flair win, so that way they could have that statistic. Oh, she's a 15-time women's champion. Oh, she's close to beating her father's record or tying her father's record. But then there's also Tiffany Stratton, who, you know, despite being a champion, is still an up-and-comer, still only 23 years old. She still needs a little bit of a boost, if I do say so myself. So her career could benefit more than it already has if she manages to defeat Charlotte Flair. But the question is, who will win? That is the question. Listen, I know there might be some Charlotte Flair fans out there, and, you know, I don't blame you if you are a Charlotte Flair fan, but I feel like this is Tiffany Stratton's match to win. I think she needs a big moment. You know, this is her first WrestleMania. You know, she is the future. 100%. She is the future of the WWE. I don't give a fuck what anybody says about, oh, Rhea's, oh, Bianca's, or Roxanne's. Tiffany Stratton is indeed the future. She's everything that WWE is looking for in a female talent. She's got the look, she's got the in-ring, she's got the promo ability. Well, the promo, not really, but you know what I mean. Tiffany Stratton should win and retain the WWE Women's Championship. I will take that to the fucking grave. But honestly, this could be the one prediction in this video that might age like milk, because they could do Charlotte Flair winning that 15. But in my heart, I'm going to go with my head and my heart. I think Tiffany Stratton and still WWE Women's Champion. Then we go on for the World Heavyweight Championship, as Gunther will defend against the Men's 2025 Royal Rumble winner, Jey Uso. First off, before we say anything, can WWE just get rid of the winner of the Royal Rumble will main event WrestleMania? Because both the men's and the women's Royal Rumble winners are not main eventing WrestleMania. Not that I have a problem with that. Charlotte Flair nor Jey Uso deserve to main event WrestleMania. But if you're going to have someone win the Royal Rumble, have it be somebody who will main event WrestleMania, or just say the winner's going to get a championship match at WrestleMania. Just do that. But obviously, you know, Gunther and Jey Uso, we've beat this match to death. Ever since, really, Jey won the Royal Rumble. I thought this decision was stupid. I still do. I think Jey should not get a WrestleMania title match, and I still don't. And everything like that. But obviously, Triple H, you know, he looked at Jey Uso. And I've heard this whole thing throughout the whole Mania season. Oh, he's over. Oh, he sells a ton of t-shirts. Fans love him. He's so great. You know what I mean? Like, I get it, okay? Now, I will give Gunther and Jey Uso, like, the build some credit when Jimmy Uso was involved in this storyline, and they had Gunther absolutely murder Jimmy Uso that 1 week on Raw, which really got Jey Uso to really be that serious guy. But they had that happen literally 2 weeks before WrestleMania. If we had that, let's say, last month, and then we had like a couple of weeks more of serious main event Jey Uso, then yeah, maybe my opinions on this match would have differed. But I'm still going to hold truth on the fact that this match should not have happened at WrestleMania. This is a Raw match at best. And we saw this match twice on Raw, once on Saturday night's main event, but we're getting it at WrestleMania. Whatever. You know what I mean? So who wins this match? I would be a madman. Obviously, this is predictions. This is who we think is going to win, not who exactly we want to win. We got to think like Triple H. We got to think like WWE in this show. I want Gunther to win. 100%. I think Gunther needs to be the world champion a little while longer until he loses that belt to someone more legitimate, like a Roman, like a Punk, like a Rollins, like McIntyre, or something like that. But we know that's not going to happen. We know that's not going to happen. Main event Jey Uso, the Yeetmeister, the fucking Yeet Man, whatever you want to call him. He is going to win the World Heavyweight Championship because they want that big pop. They want that big moment where everyone in Las Vegas is going to fucking absolutely go ham and everything like that and celebrate that win. That'll probably get like 100 million views across social platforms, and people are going to make it such a big deal. I wouldn't be surprised if this match kicks off night one, just so that way it's like a big moment for everybody to really take away. But yes, unfortunately, against my better judgment, against my better feelings, Jey Uso and new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. It is inevitable. It's going to happen. I've accepted it. And listen, guys, when Jey Uso's World Heavyweight Championship reign sucks, don't fucking come crawling back. Don't act like you always hated this decision, because I can say I always did. You guys, you got a lot to really digest. Then we go on to a singles match, Jade Cargill versus Naomi, and this match actually is making history. This is the first women's match on WrestleMania, singles women's match at WrestleMania, I should say, that does not have a championship of any kind on the line ever in WrestleMania history, which I thought was insane to think about, to be quite honest. But I think they did a decent job in building this, with Naomi being revealed to be Jade Cargill's attacker. And, you know, they didn't have Bianca Belair really get involved in this feud as much, which I found shocking, to be quite and brutally honest, but it is what it is. Naomi being a heel, I'm not mad at that, to be quite honest. I'm not mad at that at all. And I just hope these two women cook. But obviously, this is Jade Cargill's match to win. I feel like this is a way for Jade Cargill to get a big win, a big singles win at WrestleMania especially, and then either they're going to run Jade and Bianca, Or, we might get Jade just chilling for a little bit in the women's division. Or I wouldn't be surprised if they run this match back. I really wouldn't. But I'm going to say, just, for the sake of getting this match out of the way, I think Jade Cargill is going to get the win. And then whatever happens after this match happens. But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to this match. Congratulations to both ladies for being a part of the first women's singles match in WrestleMania that does not have any kind of championship on the line. Then we go on for the World Tag Team Championship as the War Raiders will defend against the New Day. Now, don't get me wrong. I know we were all complaining, the tag team titles haven't been really at a big PLE stage in quite a while, but I feel like this match should have been replaced with the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match we are going to get this Friday, where the Street Profits are taking on the Motor City Machine Guns, or it should have been the Street Profits defending in a ladder match against Motor City, DIY, Los Garza, and Pretty Deadly. Because that whole tag team championship thing that they were building up on SmackDown was literally one of, if not the most entertaining thing about SmackDown on the road to WrestleMania. But that's getting thrown away. That's not going to be on the Mania card. Instead, we are going to get the War Raiders versus the New Day. Don't get me wrong. I love the War Raiders. I love the New Day. I'm not complaining. I just think it's stupid that the WWE Tag Team Championships are also not being on WrestleMania, and that's not the only championships not being defended on WrestleMania that I am pissed off about, but we are going to get on that later. Instead, let's talk about the War Raiders versus the New Day. I think this is an alright match. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if people call this their bathroom break match at WrestleMania. This won't be my bathroom break match. I can think of numerous other contenders, to be quite and brutally honest. But in this match, I really don't care who wins. But to be quite honest, I think the New Day should get it. I think, because think about this. When Kofi and Xavier turned heel on Big E, like kicked Big E out of the New Day and everything like that, we thought this was going to be like a generational heel run. A universal babyface team that was a babyface for 10 years, finally turning heel. But they were treated like afterthoughts until really now. But to be quite honest, this was randomly announced. So you could technically say the New Day are still being treated like afterthoughts, to be quite and brutally honest. And I think the New Day need this title win. And as much as Hunter really fucking hates tag team wrestling for some reason, I think that the New Day should win the belts and then go on a decent enough run with those belts. Because a heel New Day as tag team champions on paper sounds absolutely amazing. But I don't know how Booker's going to... Booker, not Booker T. How Triple H is really going to deal with this. But I'm going to say, and new World Tag Team Champions, the New Day. Then we go on for the United States Championship. LA Knight defends against Jacob Fatu. Now, this is like, I'm very split on this one. Because on one hand, you have Jacob Fatu, a man who debuted in WWE last year. A man who has absolutely been killing it in WWE the entire year. Being booked like a beast. Being in the biggest matches of the year. And Jacob Fatu being definitely a future world champion. I'm happy he's getting a singles championship match. This is going to be Jacob Fatu's first singles championship opportunity in his WWE career. I'd very much love to see Jacob Fatu win this match, but however, you also got to think about, what if they don't have Jacob Fatu win? What if they don't? Because they could very well pull the obvious bloodline shenanigans with Solo Sikoa getting involved and either help Jacob Fatu win the United States title, or cost Jacob Fatu the United States Championship. Which, if that happens, I'm going to lose my fucking shit. I am not even going to lie. But I really hope that Triple H, pulls a W here, which is harder to ask now than it was, say, 2-3 years ago. I think Jacob Fatu should walk out of WrestleMania the new United States champion, and hopefully he takes that belt to new heights. Don't get me wrong, I love LA Knight, but he's had his Mania win as well. This is Jacob's first WrestleMania. I think he really needs to really show the fans what he's made of and pull a Braun Breaker and get a mid-card championship reign before losing that belt and then going on to the main event title picture. So my pick and new WWE United States champion, Jacob Fatu. Then we go on to the most bathroom break match, the most random match in WrestleMania history, hands down. We got Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano. What? Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano. Who the fuck thought this was a great idea for a WrestleMania match? Think about all the talents that are not on the WrestleMania card. Think about all the titles that are not being defended on the WrestleMania card. Instead, we are getting Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano. Who the fuck thinks this is a great match in any way? And I know I should be happy, right? Chad Gable. Chad Gable, we've been singing it from the rooftops. He is universally underrated. Should have been at least a singles mid-card champion by now. Chad Gable, the man we all wanted to win the Intercontinental Championship. The guy's so great, you know what I mean? And he gets a match at WrestleMania, then all of a sudden we're all complaining. I can already hear it now in the comments or on Twitter. I don't give a fuck. El Grande Americano. Like, listen, the whole gimmick was funny, right? When we thought it was going to be a one-off thing of Rey Mysterio, of Chad Gable making fun of Lucha Libre for one night. But this thing leading to a match at WrestleMania just screams stupidity, if you ask me. I need water, hold on. Just screams stupidity. So it's like, I don't give a fuck who wins this match. I don't give a fuck about the whole match in general. But if I have to pick one, I wouldn't be surprised if Rey Mysterio gets the win. I'm gonna get revenge for Chad Gable making fun of Lucha Libre. And then every single time Chad Gable has a match, Corey Graves and Michael Cole is just like, oh my god, that's Chad Gable. Oh no, it's not. That's El Grande Americano. No, that's Chad Gable. No, it's El Grande Americano. So I'm going to say this. I think this is going to be a mask versus mask match. I think like on Monday on Raw, they're going to announce this as a mask versus mask match where the loser has to remove their mask, which would just instantly tell you that Rey Mysterio is going to win this match. And then El Grande Americano's mask is going to get removed, and everyone's going to act like, oh my god, I had no idea that was Chad Gable the entire time. Stupid. This is Vince level booking. I don't care what anybody says. This is fucking retarded. This is stupid. This match shouldn't happen, but you know what? Whatever. Rey Mysterio gets the win. I need a drink. Then we go on to the main event of night one, as it is a triple threat match with Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and CM Punk with Paul Heyman in his corner. This was the big favor that CM Punk said that Paul Heyman owed him, was that Paul was going to be in CM Punk's match in the CM Punk's corner in the main event of WrestleMania. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy that Punkster got his Mania main event that he has wanted for over 15 years at this point. But I have said this forever. This match just being a triple threat, just for the sake of being a triple threat, is weird. You know, there's nothing at stake. There's no, like, number one contendership on the line. There's no title on the line. This is a main event just for the sake of being a main event. And I've seen a lot of people make this point. This is pretty much a Paul Heyman on a pole match because, you know, Roman Reigns, you got, like, he's Paul Heyman's Roman Reigns is Wiseman. You got CM Punk, who's Paul Heyman's best friend. And then you got Seth Rollins for some reason for the past week saying, now you owe me a favor because Punk, I guess Rollins didn't curb stomp Paul Heyman or something. I don't know what the fuck this whole thing is. But let's say this is a number one contenders match, because I wouldn't be surprised if whoever wins this match, they're going to go on and either face Cody, Cena, or Jay. I don't think Gunther's winning. I don't know. Either face the WWE or the World Heavyweight Champion. In that case, I think CM Punk is going to win. I think some point in this match, Paul Heyman is going to prove he is indeed still loyal to CM Punk. He's going to betray Roman Reigns. It's going to be this big deal. And I think Paul's going to low blow Roman. Punk's going to take Roman out of equation. Then Punk's going to hit the GTS on Seth Rollins. And CM Punk is going to win. Because I don't think they would make this such a big deal that CM Punk is in the main event of WrestleMania for the first time in his career if he is not going to win. And then you can also protect Roman Reigns by not having him take the pin. Seth Rollins is really only in this match just so he can take the pin. And then afterwards, you could have Punk either go for a championship, or we can do a one-on-one Roman Reigns CM Punk feud with Paul Heyman in the fold, which I think would be pretty all right. So yeah, I'm going to say CM Punk wins in the main event of night 1 of WrestleMania. Then we go on to night 2, which will take place on 4/20. Woohoo! So, 6 matches confirmed on the card so far. I think there's probably going to be one more involving a little Viper, but let's go over the official matches, shall we? Without wasting much time. First off, triple threat match for the Women's World Championship. We got Io Sky defending the championship against Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley. This build was all sorts of fucked. The entire build was like a big little clusterfuck, if you ask me. Like, this was like super confusing. Obviously, you had Bianca Belair. She won the Elimination Chamber. And then, Bianca Belair costed Rhea Ripley the Women's World Championship against Io Sky. Io shockingly winning the belt. Hey, I'm not complaining. I love that Io's the champion. Then you got Rhea Ripley throwing a bit of a temper tantrum for, like, literally a month. Maybe more than that. And then Adam Pearce just had enough. Just like, oh, yeah, we'll add Rhea Ripley to the match. I mean, what? We need to get Motionless in White to do a live performance. Like, fuck off. And this whole Mania build, it's really like Bianca and Rhea being focused on each other and Io Sky being treated as like an afterthought, which really to me feels like they're going to have Io get the win, which I would love. Io Sky needs a big win at WrestleMania. Bianca's had her moment. Rhea's going to have 50 million moments anyway. She is this generation's Stone Cold by being put in every main event spot. I think Rhea Ripley needs to stay far away from the main event, like, championship storylines for at least a year. Pull a Bianca Belair. That's why we were all excited that Bianca was getting this match, was because Rhea Ripley has stuck her nose in everything. I'm sick and tired of seeing her everywhere. I'm really sick of it. I think Io Sky should get this win and really solidify herself as a legitimate champion. I think Bianca is going to get the pin, but honestly, Rhea Ripley should get the pin. She really should. You know what I mean? So, my pick, and still, Women's World Champion, Io Sky. Then we got the match that literally nobody asked for, because you need at least one of those every night at WrestleMania. We got my GOAT, the greatest of all time, my favorite damn wrestler alive. We got AJ Styles, my absolute favorite wrestler ever, taking on Logan Paul. Why? Who? Who asked for this? Why are we getting this? AJ might not have that many manias left. This could even be AJ's last mania. And we're wasting it on Logan Paul? Oh, I can't with this fucking company anymore, man. I really can't with this company anymore. Don't ask me what the build to this match is. I really can't tell you. I really don't care. AJ Styles and Logan Paul, this is happening. Probably so that way Logan can get a big win at Mania again. I actually think, yeah, Logan's undefeated at Mania. So they're going to keep that going. I mean, Prime's going to be on the canvas. He's going to have a big fucking Prime over on the outside. We're probably going to have another celebrity be in a Prime bottle. I mean, Mania 39 was KSI. Mania 40 was I Show Speed. So maybe Mania 41 will get Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast in a Prime bottle. And that will get millions of views. And also there's the factor that could be Karrion Kross. WWE has really made this such a big deal that Karrion Kross is targeting AJ Styles. So I think after the Mania program is all said and done, Logan Paul fucks off to do more either boxing or Prime or maybe going back onto YouTube, stuff like that. I think AJ and Karrion are going to continue their feud. I think Karrion's going to cost AJ the match. And Logan Paul, unfortunately, gets the W. It sucks. I want my GOAT to win, but it's not going to happen. Winner, Logan Paul. Speaking of matches that absolutely nobody asked for, we got a match for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. Yes, those titles are still around, folks. We got Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez defending the titles against Bayley and the Women's Intercontinental Champion, Lyra Valkyria. Yes, you've heard that right, folks. The Women's Intercontinental Champion, Lyra fucking Valkyria, is in a match for the Women's Tag Team titles. Not only that, but Chelsea Green and the Women's US Championship is also not being defended at WrestleMania. So, yeah, those titles are a big waste of time. Sometimes I guess I need to listen to the IWC once in a while, huh? This doesn't need to exist. This is really just a excuse to get people like Bayley, Lyra, and definitely Liv Morgan on the card. I've seen people, even my own friends, get offended at the fact that Liv Morgan had an incredible 2024 and she's not at WrestleMania. She's not fighting for the World Championship. She didn't win the Royal Rumble. She didn't win the Elimination Chamber. So she needs to be at Mania. Well, there you go, Liv Stand. You got your wish, and it is in the absolute worst way possible. Instead, we could have gotten a multi-woman match for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. You could have even thrown in the Simp Queen in there. Or we could have gotten the match we got on Raw with Lyra and Bayley one-on-one for the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania. Or we could have gotten Lyra, Bayley, Liv, and Roxanne Perez in there. Or we could have gotten Alexa Bliss on the card. The woman with the biggest pop at the Royal Rumble. When she returned, Alexa Bliss is nowhere to be found WrestleMania season. What? What is going on? So, yeah, this match exists. And I don't think they're going to give the belts to Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. Like, that would be pointless. The Lyra being a double champion makes no sense. I think they're probably going to play an angle that Bayley and Lyra can't really coexist as a tag team 100%, but who knows at this point. I think Liv and Raquel are going to get the win, so that way all the IWC Glazers don't get mad. Well, WWE is screwing Liv Morgan over every big match she gets. Like, this is pointless. So yeah, my winners and still the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. She's got a back. Then for the Men's Intercontinental Championship, it'll be a fatal four-way match. As we got Braun Breaker defending against Penta, Finn Balor, and Dominic Mysterio. This is going to be a very good match. Don't get me wrong. This is going to be a very, very good match. We got four great in-ring talents in there. 100%. I mean, Penta being at WrestleMania as well. Finn, Dom getting their spotlight finally. I think this is going to be pretty good. I'm going to be brutally honest, though. This match seems to me like they're going to look for an excuse to get the Intercontinental Championship off Braun Breaker, because it seems to me that maybe after the draft and after Mania season, maybe they bring up Braun Breaker to the main event title scene, and they probably would want to protect him by not having him take the pin, in my honest opinion. So that really leaves three options: Penta, Finn Balor, and Dominic Mysterio. And I think it is way too early for Penta to win the Intercontinental Championship, at least right now. And honestly, after the draft season, I think I might have already talked about this in a video, but I think after the draft, I think the Lucha Brothers are going to reunite. They're going to put Penta and Rey Fenix together, and we're going to get the Lucha Brothers in on Raw or on SmackDown in a reunion in WWE. So that leaves either Finn Balor or Dominic Mysterio. I think it's going to be either one of these two, because for months and months and months and months and months and months and months, they have been teasing a breakup sort of thing, or tensions between Finn and Dom, and I think it's going to culminate at WrestleMania with either one of these two winning the Intercontinental Championship. And listen, I know people are going to hate it. But fuck you. If I'm going to have to stomach Jey Uso as world champion, let me cook. Dominic Mysterio as Intercontinental Champion. I think Finn will do something to betray Dominic. It's going to piss him off. And then in the end, let's say either Braun or Penta weaken Finn, but they're also down. You got Dom just going up to the top, hitting that frog splash. 1, 2, 3, and the boos for days. Or there could be cheers if you want to pull the trigger and turn Dom into a baby face. Who knows? But I think it's time for him to get a singles main roster championship. I think it would be pretty cool, and have Dominic hold a title that not only his father, but his father and Eddie Guerrero also held. That would be great for someone like Dominic Mysterio, statistics and history-wise. I think that'd be pretty sweet. And, you just let Dom cook, and you just let him, keep doing his thing, keep killing it. I don't see anything wrong with that, in my honest opinion. Dominic should be Intercontinental Champion. I'm going to say that. So, and new Intercontinental Champion. My prediction, Dominic Mysterio. Then we go to a Sin City street fight, as we got Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre. Now listen, I know people were pretty mad that this match is happening at WrestleMania. I was one of those people, but I think they did pretty alright with the build to this match. I'm not going to lie, and bringing up the fact that Priest has screwed McIntyre over a number of times. This is a year in the making, obviously bringing up the events of WrestleMania 40. I think that was pretty alright. This match should be pretty good, I would say. Sin City Street Fight, I'm honestly looking forward to it. Who wins? I think it's going to be Damian Priest. He's from the streets to street fight, and you're going to want Priest to get the big babyface win. And I wouldn't be mad at that at all. I think Damian Priest getting a victory here would be absolutely great for Las Vegas. Have him be in the pinnacle of his career, and also keep pushing Damian Priest to the moon. Ever since Triple H took over, the biggest, I don't care what anybody says, don't bring up Jey Uso because Vince pushed him too. The The biggest Triple H specific success story has been Damian Priest. And out of anybody on the roster, Triple H has done the best job in pushing Damian Priest to the moon. And I think they need to keep doing that. So my winner, Damian Priest. Then we go on to the main event of the evening for the undisputed WWE Championship. We got Cody Rhodes defending against John Cena. Now this match is going to cook. No matter what. We all know that this is going to cook. This is going to be absolutely amazing. And I can't wait for this match to happen. I don't know what to expect in terms of like what's actually going to happen in the match, but I am very much looking forward to this match. Heel John Cena, I mean, still saying that, like, what, over a month later, still doesn't sound true with John Cena being a heel in WWE. Cena's going to win here. Cena's got to win here. He's on his retirement tour. Having Cena win the number 17, listen, I get it, you know, oh, Cody needs this. Cody's going to have numerous championship wins after this, man. I think by the time Cody hangs up the boots, he's going to be at least a 2 or 3 time, maybe even a 4-time world champion in WWE. I think you have Cena win at WrestleMania, then you run the match back at SummerSlam after Cena has like a whole bunch of opponents like AJ, like Punk, like Seth, or like McIntyre or something like that. And then ultimately you have Cody Rhodes get his revenge at SummerSlam or Survivor Series or something like that. And then Cody Rhodes wins back the championship. This would be a great main event spot. I also think maybe The Rock gets involved and costs Cody. I think Travis Scott's going to make an appearance because they said Travis Scott is in the Mania plans. Woo! So that further makes me think that John Cena is going to win the WWE Championship. And I know most of the Cody fans, listen, I'm one of the Cody fans too, don't get me wrong, are going to be upset at the fact that Cody Rhodes is going to lose at WrestleMania. Well, I shouldn't say fact, over the possibility that Cody Rhodes might lose at WrestleMania. But hey, John Cena wins, lol. We need that. This is the one time we want John Cena to win. Have him win. John Cena and new undisputed WWE champion 17 times. So let's see here. This is going to be great. But ladies and gentlemen, that will have to conclude my predictions for WrestleMania 41. We've been here for a while. I am tired. But ladies and gentlemen, obviously those were my picks. They might not be the same as yours, so I urge each and every single one of you to leave your thoughts down in the comments below over who you want to win at WrestleMania 41, why, what match you're looking forward to the most, what match you're looking forward to the least, everything like that. Leave your thoughts down in the comments below. If you're new here, be sure to leave a like, be sure to subscribe, be sure to turn post notifications on so that way you never miss an upload. And until next time, this has been your boy Will from Will's Wrestling Corner. I will see you in the next video. Be good, people, and peace. Why are we having this man lose to fucking Logan Paul?